Righty, welcome back, everybody. Man, oh man, same place, roughly the same time. But man, oh man, is it good to be back for the picks episode. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Meet on the 50. You know what it is. It is time. It is time to submit our weekly picks to you. Yes, we're breaking down all the action ahead of us for a very, we'll call it, hopefully good, hopefully interesting, hopefully flavorful is what we'll say, week 4. So, without further ado, let's start the show. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Meet on the 50. You know what it is. It is time for our picks episode where we're breaking it down. We're breaking down all the action ahead of us on a very busy week 4. And guess what? We got some early action. We got some action across the pond. Yes. Top of the morning to you. Well, I guess that's Irish, but you know what I mean. Over in the UK, we'll get to it. But as always, joining me, break down the action, one of my best friends. He has been by my side for the last 3 years, and he is my co-host, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. Brandon, how you feeling heading into week 4?
Feeling good. Looking for another victory for both of us. Let's get into these picks.
I like it. Well, this year is the season of the guests, and this week, it's just going to be us. Yes, Brandon and I, it's just going to be us. We're going to be rocking with you, and we hope to get your picks. So we want you. You are the guests this week out there. So submit your picks in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win. You are the special guest this week. Let us know what you guys think is going to happen. But let's remind them how we did last week. Let's quickly put it up on the screen. For yourself, 10-6, 1-0 in the guaranteed victories. For myself, 10-6, 1-0 in the guaranteed victories. Both of us picking the Chiefs. And then our special guest last week was none other than Mr. Isaac Gonzalez, going 9-7, 1-0 on his guaranteed victory, predicting that the Dolphins destroy the Broncos, which is exactly what happened. Overall for the season, that puts us at Brandon 28-20, 3-0 on his guaranteed victories. For myself, 29-19, 2-1 on our guaranteed victories. And then for our special guest, 27-21, 2-1 on their guaranteed victories. All of us relatively close. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's wipe those off the screen because we're done with week 3. We're on to week 4. We got some action, and you know what day football starts. It starts on Thursday. So, starting us off on Thursday, we got a division matchup. We got a good one, and we got the Detroit rolling Motor City Lions traveling to the Cheesehead State of Wisconsin, just right next door, to take on the Green Bay Packers. Lions, Packers, kicking us off. Brandon, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I got the Lions winning this one. I just think the Lions are just an overall better team. I think that they have a better defense, and I fully expect them to win this game in a close one, 24-17.
Yeah, right off the bat. Love it. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going Lions. I do think the Lions handle business on the road. Big win at home last week against Atlanta, doing what they need to do, honestly, to show that they are a different franchise, a different team, and beat these teams. So Lions, fully expect them to go into Green Bay. I never thought I would say that, but I do expect the Detroit Lions to march into Green Bay and get the job done on the road, 24-17, kicking us off on our Thursday night matchup. Moving on to our early morning game across the pond. Tea and crumpets, all of that. Buckingham Palace, yeah. Big Ben, yeah. That's German, but who knows? Moving on to our early morning game. We got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to basically this franchise's second home, which might be their actual home if they can't get the funding for their new stadium. That means they are taking on the future London Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon, what do you got for me?
What I got for you is some sleep.
I was going to say, actually, yeah. My first question, will you be up for this game?
I will not.
Okay.
I will not.
Okay.
Will you? Will you?
Possibly, because I'm an hour ahead, but probably not. Probably.
Yeah, I expect to hit the snooze button. I will not be watching this game. Maybe catch the second half because I usually wake up, and start moving around 8 on Sundays. So maybe I'll catch some of it, but not very interested. Got the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this one in a relatively close one. I will pick them 27-20.
Oh, I like it. This is one of those flip-flopping games. You really kind of don't really know what's going to happen because of the traveling. Both of them are going from the lower east coast or the lower eastern side, I guess you could say, of the United States, going from Atlanta or going from Georgia and Florida. So the travel is relatively the same. Depending on when both teams got there, I guess we can see how well acclimated they are. But the whole thing on time, it's just very strange to me. As someone who travels, when I look at my phone or I look at a clock and I see what time it is, that's what time it is. My body doesn't think it's some other random time. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go. You went Jags, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Falcons, shock the world, and get the job done 24-23. Just disappointing the Jacksonville fans there in London. Atlanta Falcons get the job done across the pond. Kicking us off, I think, for 3 straight London games. Buckle up. Wake up early. Set those alarm buttons. We'll see what happens. Hopefully one day they'll give us a good game to watch over there. Moving on to the morning games, we got the Miami Dolphins traveling to the city of Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. Dolphins, Bills, box office prime time to kick us off in the morning. What do you got for us?
Yeah, I definitely think that I wish that they would substitute the games. This should be the evening game. So, but I will roll with Buffalo because they are at home.
Ooh.
I think it's a toss-up. It's a shot in the dark.
I like it.
You can't go wrong picking either. I just got to pick one. So my gut tells me Buffalo. May be wrong, but I'm going to pick Buffalo in a relatively high-scoring game. I got Buffalo winning this one 35-31.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Yes. It looks like we're going to be going opposites this week. I like it. I like it. Gets the competition there. Because, I'm going to roll with the hottest team in football right now, which is definitely the Dolphins. Yes, they are traveling to Buffalo. No, they are not traveling to Buffalo in January where it was freezing and I believe it was snowing and they couldn't do anything. So do I think the Dolphins stand a much better chance than they did last season? 1,000,000%. Yes, I do. So I got the Miami Dolphins rolling on, handling business as the most explosive offensive team in the game. You got to show me that you can stop all those weapons before I believe it. Until you get to the Bengals, then of course they're going to stop it. But until you show me you can stop it every other team in the NFL besides the 49ers and the Bengals, I am rolling with the Dolphins. Dolphins handling business 34-31 on the road. Moving to, are they undefeated still? Yeah, moving to 4-0. Good for Miami. Moving on to our next game, the brand new Bronze Crapper Bowl. Yes, we got the Bronze Crapper Bowl. Both teams start with the B's, so they are the Bronze Crapper Bowl. And who will win between none other than the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears? Denver Broncos, Chicago Bears, both 0-3, both basically the worst teams in the NFL. Bronze Crapper Bowl. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got your Denver Broncos defeating the Chicago Bears. I do think that your Denver Broncos are able to get it done.
Watch your mouth.
I got your Denver Broncos winning this one 30-17. And, good for you and your Denver Broncos.
Man, oh, man, I can't wait till we get to Monday night. Oh, Goose Fraba. I love this week because, we're going at it this week, and I love it. I am rocking with the Bears. Yes, they might be an underdog at home. Yes, they might be the laughing stock of the NFL. But no way do I believe in Russell Wilson. I believe Sean Payton, okay. But no way do I believe in Russell Wilson. And, man, is this set up for the Bears to get redemption. Well, maybe the Broncos, one of them. But I'm rolling with the Bears. I'm rolling with Justin Fields. I'm rolling with that they're able to get their stuff together against a crappy opponent. And your underdogs at home. I mean, that's got to give you some sort of fight. Hopefully they can pull it together. But we're going Chicago Bears, 17-10. Boring game. Please do not show me this game on the red zone. Moving on, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the like I said, Brandon's favorite city, which is Cleveland, traveling to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. Ravens, Browns, what do you got for me?
Yeah, the Ratbirds didn't look too good last week. We got the Ratbirds versus the Dookies. There you go.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad we got names for both of them, and they're both in your beloved division. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say the Ratbirds get this one done. I'm gonna say that the Baltimore is able to handle business. I think that they need maybe that was a wake up call. I usually see that, sometimes when you lose a game like that, you get embarrassed. To me, that was embarrassing. You lost to the Colts at home. You turn it around. I expect an extremely low scoring game. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Baltimore in this one, 16-13.
Yeah, I like it. These two teams just played each other, right? No? Am I tripping?
I think you're tripping.
I am tripping. Okay. Yeah, I could have sworn that these guys just played each other. But anyways, I expect this game to be competitive. All AFC North Division games are going to be competitive. That's just how they are. I like this week. Again, it's a competitive week because I'm actually thinking the Browns. I think that Browns defense is able to go to work, go to town. Do I want to root for the Browns? No. Do I want to root for the Ravens? No. But we're going to go with the Browns getting the job done at home. That's the big thing for me. I think just because they're at home, they get the job done. They play a little bit better at home than they do on the road. And that defense goes to work, hopefully, on the Baltimore Ravens. Cleveland Browns get the job done 24-17 at home, I guess you could say they're on the road. Moving on to our next game, we got a battle of the 2021 AFC North Divisional Round game between the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Music City of Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. Bengals, Titans, what do you got for me?
I think this is going to be a better game than most people anticipate, but obviously I got to roll with Cincinnati here. I just think that they needed to get that win last night, and they did. Obviously Monday night it was huge for them to get that win, and I think that the momentum continues to roll in their train, and I think Tennessee continues to falter. So I'm going to pick Cincinnati 28-17.
Yeah, the Bengals defense looked phenomenal last week. Let's hope that they can keep that performance up in Tennessee. The Bengals offense is starting to, it's rolling. At the end of that Ravens game, it started to go. And then in that game, definitely, even with Joe not being 100%, Jamar Chase bursting out. You had Joe Mixon bursting out. So now all that's left is T. Higgins to have his big game, Tyler Boyd to have their game, and then Joe to have his game. But the offense is there. The best thing about what I am watching on Bengals football, that's the number of sacks that the Bengals have allowed through 3 games. 2. That's it. Stout offensive line play. Happy. That's all I can say. Orlando Brown, our signing from the Kansas City Chiefs, has not allowed a sack at all. So we're going Cincinnati Bengals over the Tennessee Titans, 27-17, handling business on the road to move to 2-2. Our next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to Indianapolis, traveling to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Indianapolis Toilet Bowl Colts. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I got the Rams getting a bounce back win here. I do think the Rams beat the Colts, Indianapolis. I expect those rookie wide receivers and the run game to get going. Obviously, the defense to contain Indianapolis. I got the Rams winning 24-14.
Yeah, the only reason I am going to be right there with you is simply because of that defensive line that the Rams have, and Anthony Richardson most likely coming back. Not saying that he can't elude it, but Aaron Donald against an okay line. I'm not saying the Colts at one point had one of the best lines in the NFL until they basically got rid of everybody. So, they still have a lot of these pieces that were very a solid line pieces. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm going to go Los Angeles Rams getting the job done on the road, 21-14. Simple, easy game, touchdown game. Yeah, Rams getting the job done. Moving on, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to to Bourbon Street to, who is it? Jameis, I guess, is going to be the quarterback, traveling to take on the New Orleans Saints. Bucks, Saints, what do you got for me? Division battle.
Yeah, I just think that, with the quarterback controversy up in the air right now for New Orleans, I got to roll with Tampa Bay. If Carr was officially the starter and there were no issues at all, I would maybe more lean towards the Saints. It's always tough to beat them in the Superdome.
Yep.
But I'm just going to roll with Tampa Bay. I think it's, a flip of a coin. Tampa Bay wins this 120-17.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you. If with the AC joint injury to Derek Carr, the toss-up, not to say that Jameis can't get the job done because he is viable, but the way that the Bucs are playing, the way that Baker Mayfield is playing, they did kind of run into a buzzsaw, which is the Philadelphia Eagles, but at the same time, they're playing well. The Baker Mayfield is leading that offense well, and he's doing what he needs to do. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers get a good road victory, 27-24 on the road, and get a much-needed divisional victory to stay ahead. Tampa Bay Buccaneers get the job done on the road. Moving on to another divisional game, we got the Washington Commanders that got humbled last week, trying to be the first ones to knock off the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you got for me? Commanders, Eagles.
Yeah, I got to roll with the Eagles here. I just didn't like what I saw out of the Commanders last week, and I don't think they go into Philly and do anything different. So I got Philly winning this one in a relatively blowout of a game. I think Philadelphia wins this one 35-14.
Yeah. That's two, baby. Two. I don't know if we've ever had two games in one show. I'm right there with you. I'm going Eagles. 35-17, right? That's what you said?
Oh, no, I said 35-14.
35-14. That's what I have. Oh, shoot! I thought you said 35-17. We were close. But I'm going to Eagles, 35-17. Yeah, I think the Eagles, just like you said, I think they're kind of a buzzsaw at this point. I do not think that the Commanders might be able to be the first ones to knock them off. But yeah, I'm going to Eagles to handle business at home. Our next game is a game for a team that needs a victory like no other. We got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I think Minnesota gets their first victory here. I do think they go into Carolina and win pretty easily. I'm going to pick the Minnesota Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson has a big game, as he always does. I think that they are able to get a hold of the turnovers, especially to an inferior Carolina Panther team. I got the Minnesota Vikings beating the Panthers 31-17.
Yeah, I do think the Vikings do get their first victory here, hence why I'm rocking the Captain Kirk jersey. I do think that the Vikings do get their first victory of the year. Panthers, they're a fighting team. I like it. Andy Dalton has the team fighting, which is good. A lot of those pieces are kind of just thrown together. So Panthers are going to do what they are going to do. I think they might surprise some teams this year. Do I think they're going to send the Vikings to 0-4? No, I do not. Vikings handle business on the road, 24-17. I like that score this week for a lot of games. But yeah, 24-17, Vikings get their first victory on the road. Our last game of the morning, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Houston to take on the Houston Dumpster Fire Texans. Steelers, Texans, what do you got for me?
Yeah, I think that your Pittsburgh Steelers come in and handle business. Your Steelers looked good last week, so I just think that your Steelers are going to go ahead and beat the Texans in a pretty close game. I'm going to pick your Steelers to beat the Houston Texans 28-24, so that'll be good for you.
That mouth, you're just waiting for Monday. I guess that's what's happened. Just waiting for Monday, I guess. So we got the Steelers and the Texans. We had the Texans put on a hell of a performance last week against their divisional opponent, the Jags, and we had the Steelers have a classic battle with the Raiders, and the Steelers went into Vegas and got the job done. Both teams went on the road. Both teams won. The more impressive of the two performances was the Texans. So with that being said, Texans getting back-to-back victories in the 2023-2024 NFL season. Yeah, it's happening. Houston Dumpster Fire Texans pulling off a shocker at home, 23-16, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. Texans get the job done at home. Moving on to our afternoon game, we got a classic AFC West battle. We got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling. Sorry. We got the Las Vegas Raiders of Los Angeles and Oakland traveling to their former once home of Los Angeles to take on the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. Holy moly, what a mouthful of teams. We got the Raiders. We got Chargers. What do you got for me?
It's sad when you get more fans on an away game than you do at home. So Raiders are going to have more fans in LA than they did in Las Vegas.
Yep.
That is something that I've never come across in my life. But besides the point, I believe. Oh man, it's just going to be it's going to be a close game.
It's a toss-up.
I gotta go with the Chargers here. I just think that I just trust Herbert more than I trust Jimmy at this point, especially after he got rattled. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chargers here. I do think the Chargers win this one in a relatively close game. I think Chargers win this one 31-24.
Oh, this game is a true toss-up. These games always go back and forth. The biggest thing that for me is, like you said, this is basically another Raiders home game, and with the loss of Mike Williams, we're going to find out how truly devastating that loss was on offense, because if Austin Eckler remains out and now you don't have Mike Williams, now you're down two of your vital weapons. So Raiders always beat the Chargers. I don't think anything will ever change until something else does change. And Dan Staley, or whatever his name is, terrible coach, should be fired. Almost basically blew the Vikings game. Just a terrible coach. Las Vegas Raiders is what I'm trying to say. Even Josh McDaniels is a bad coach, but we're going Las Vegas Raiders handling business 27-24 on the road. Basically, actually, I guess at home, and their second home, their third home, whatever home it was. Raiders get the job done. Moving on to our next game. We got the New England Patriots traveling to Brandon's second favorite team, the Dallas Cowgirls. And like Brandon always likes to point out, guess who's got another home game? Patriots, Cowgirls. What do you got for us?
Yeah, big home game for Dallas. Another one for them, so that's huge for them. They play. I think they have 16 to 17 home games. I think they get one game on the road. We'll give them that, and that was in Arizona. So, you know what? I got to pick Dallas here. I don't expect they got embarrassed. I expected that to be a wake up call for them. It's like one of those wake up games, like I said, for the Ravens. So, I do think Dallas beats New England. I don't believe in New England at all. I just think that their time is a ticking too. So I think Dallas wins this one, 23-17.
I had the Patriots over Dallas in this game, just pulling off a shocker. But yeah, Dallas coming off that embarrassing loss to the Cardinals, coming back home. I definitely think plays into their favor. And yeah, I think Dallas at home is definitely different than Dallas on the road. I think they're gonna handle business. They'll handle business against the Patriots. Patriots defense is good. Offense is what is lacking. But we got the Cowboys handling business, 32-21 at home, bouncing back against the Patriots. Our last game of the afternoon is a good one, because a certain somebody will be there to witness it live. We got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. What do you got for us?
Well, it's become a tradition for my grandpa and I. The tradition before was to go to every single opening day or opening night game. More recently, my grandparents moved to Arizona. So this has been a matchup that's been a little bit more compelling for them, just because of all the Cardinal fans and all of that. So we are going to go to this game every single season now. So, unless, barring that it's on Christmas or something. Excited that this is, the opener that I'm going to be going to, and got some really good seats for this game. And so I'm going to be in the club section. And if anybody doesn't know, in Levi Stadium, all of the when you have club section, all the food and drinks are free. So, it comes with a ticket. But, I do think I do expect the 49ers to win this game. I don't think it's a trap game. I think they saw what the Cardinals did against the Dallas Cowboys. But I am going to pick the 49ers here, 35-17.
I don't think it's a trap game at all. I think the 49ers, I don't think there is a trap game for the 49ers at this point with how they're playing. Rolling basic, they're unstoppable at this point. So San Francisco 49ers, I fully expect to handle business against the Arizona Cardinals. I think it's going to be a good game to go to. I think it's going to be a good game to watch. No one's really able to stop these guys right now. So San Francisco 49ers handle business at home, 38-17. Big victory for Glock Brock and crew and all his guns and ammo shop, basically. Cardinals, solid fighting team. San Francisco 49ers, just better. Moving on to our Sunday night primetime game, and it's the second of 5 that we're gonna have to suffer through. We got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling all the way up to New Rutherford, New Jersey, to play a little team at MetLife Stadium called the New York Jets. Chiefs Jets Sunday Night Football, number 2 primetime game that we'll have to watch. Zach Wilson, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I got a guaranteed victory here. I do think the Kansas City Chiefs destroy the New York Jets. There's not much else that needs to be said. I hope that MetLife doesn't snatch another ACL, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs to come out unscathed, 42-17.
Well, there is something else that needs to be said, which is whoop, 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 for back-to-back weeks. We got a double guaranteed victory, baby. Yeah, it seems like both of us are sipping the Kool-Aid of we definitely think that this game is going to get ugly and ugly fast. The only thing that, just like you said, hopefully the turf monster does not snatch another ACL, does not snatch another PCL, LCL, MCL, all that good stuff. Chiefs get the job done, 38-10, dominating absolutely dominating the Chiefs on the road. And our last game on Monday night, only one Monday night game this week, we got Brandon's Seattle Seahawks traveling across the country to take on the New York Football Giants. We got your Seahawks. We got the Football Giants. What do you got for us and your team?
Hold on, I'm just looking for a flight. I'm looking for a flight to Denver. United has the cheapest rates because their headquarters is out of Denver, so I got to fly out there. Knuckle sandwich on delivery. They always let me fly it on the plane. I don't really need to do anything. I take 2 slices of Wonder Bread, a slice of cheese, like some cheese with your knuckle sandwich, because that's going to be delivered right there. Just right there.
You might be able to order it on Uber Eats, dude.
Yeah. Well, it'll be special fresh delivery for you. And make sure you dip. And so, you know what? I unfortunately, as much as I don't want to say it, I got Seattle winning this game in a close one. I do think that it's actually head over heart at this point. My heart tells me to pick the Giants. My head tells me to pick Seattle. So I'm going to pick Seattle in your favorite score of the week, 24-17.
I like it. Yeah, there it is, 24-17, the classic score of the week. Just to make things interesting, I'm going to roll with the New York Football Giants to keep it interesting this week because we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 different matchups this week where we're going the opposite way. Love it. Going to build some competition. Going to build some hopefully some interesting things to talk about next week because that will do it for this edition, for our picks edition. On the 50. You know what it is? It was time to pick what we thought was going to happen in week 4. And that's exactly what we did because that's just what we do. And if at any point, or I guess, let's just, I'm going to slow it down. Brandon and I want to thank you for taking the time, for watching our videos, for checking us out week in, week out. We definitely appreciate it. No guest this week, but don't you worry. We will have a guest for you next week, and we're going to keep the season of the guests rolling on. Brandon, any last words for the people?
Ready for another good week of football.
I like it. I'm ready for another good week of football. We're on to week 4. We got some good action ahead of us. Brandon and I have some good picks competing against each other. It's going to be a good week of football. I am excited. We're going to get the Bronze Crapper Award awarded, or the Bronze Crapper Award awarded to one of these teams, the Broncos or the Bears. We're also going to see if the Vikings can get their first victory of the season. And of course, the Bengals and the Niners. Keep rolling on, baby. Keep rolling on to Vegas. If at any point during this video you like what you saw, do me a favor and just smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and just do me a favor. Tap that bell notification like you're in there like swimwear. And do us a favor. Keep rolling on. Good luck to the Bengals. Good luck to the Niners. That's going to do it for this edition of Mean on the 50. You know who we are, but if not, I'm the Sports Guy. I'm one half of the Sports Guys. My name is Jacob Cutler, and that is one of my best friends and the other half of the Sports Guys. His name is Brandon Sullivan, and together we make the Sports Guys. Until next week, Brandon and Jake, we're out.